Welcome back to my YouTube channel, History Meets Hidden Treasure, and today we're diving deep into a remarkable discovery that has left collectors stunned and enthusiasts buzzing with excitement: the incredible story of the 1991 cent coin that has shocked the world by being valued at an astonishing $71 million, not because of its metal content or sheer rarity alone, but because of a series of complex minting errors, overlooked anomalies, and the vast possibilities surrounding its creation that have elevated its significance beyond measure. So sit tight and immerse yourself in the intricate web of minting mishaps, numismatic marvels, and the captivating journey that has transformed an otherwise overlooked penny into one of the most coveted collectibles on the planet, as we unfold the mystery and value that surrounds the 1991 cent coin in all its fascinating detail. Starting from the very beginning, when the United States Mint produced billions of 1-cent coins that year, yet only a few turned out to carry errors so profound that they effectively created an elite group of rare finds, and among these, a handful have captured the attention of high-end collectors and appraisers due to their unexpected imperfections, such as off-center strikes, double dies, planchette errors, and even rare transitional elements that have defied conventional numismatic logic, with the 1990 penny becoming a case study in how small details can yield immense value when combined with rarity and historical significance. And it's important to understand that the 1990 penny falls in the Lincoln Memorial series, which had already been circulating for decades, so most people didn't pay any special attention to coins from this year. But beneath the surface of commonality lay hidden anomalies that would eventually rewrite the narrative, starting with the most famous of all 1990 penny errors, the 1990 no-S proof Lincoln cent, which is arguably the king of them all and one of the rarest modern coins ever produced. And what makes it so extraordinary is the simple omission of a mint mark, specifically the S that designates the San Francisco Mint, because while most proof coins from 1990 were struck in San Francisco and clearly show the S mint mark beneath the date, an incredibly rare few were struck without this mark due to a die that had not been properly punched with the mint mark, and this omission, seemingly trivial to the casual observer, is astronomically significant in the world of coin collecting, since it immediately signals a deviation from standard minting practices and points to an extremely small batch of coins that escaped quality control procedures, making the no-S 1990 proof cent one of the rarest and most valuable modern coins in existence, with only a couple dozen known to exist today, and one of these sold for over $70,000 at auction years ago, which was already considered astonishing. But in private collector markets, where condition, provenance, and demand collide in unpredictable ways, the value of such a piece can skyrocket into the tens of millions, especially when a coin is not only unique in its type but also verified through expert grading and authentication. And in fact, an absolutely pristine 1990 no-S proof cent graded PR70 Deep Cameo, the highest possible grade for a proof coin, has been speculated to command offers upwards of $71 million due to its flawless strike, mirror-like fields, frosted devices, and sheer historical rarity. But that's only one type of error that makes 1990 pennies fascinating and valuable, because other lesser-known but still highly valuable mistakes exist, such as double die obverses, where the lettering and portrait appear subtly but unmistakably doubled due to a misalignment during the hubbing process, and these double die coins are particularly valued when the doubling is clear and affects critical areas like the date, the word liberty, or in God we trust, and some examples from 1990 exhibit such doubling with enough prominence to fetch thousands or tens of thousands of dollars depending on their condition and certification. And let's not forget about off-center strikes, where the coin was not correctly aligned during the striking process, resulting in part of the design being missing or shifted off the planchette, with extreme examples of off-center 1990 cents, especially those that are still in mint state and show a full date, being highly desirable and easily commanding five-figure sums at auction. And similarly, coins struck on the wrong planchette, such as a 1-cent coin struck on a dime or foreign coin blank, are rare anomalies that carry high premiums among collectors who seek minting oddities that defy expectations, and such errors require both luck and keen-eyed observation to be identified, as many circulate unnoticed until someone with the right expertise recognizes the deviation. And these wrong planchette 1990 cents, if authenticated, can also reach monumental valuations, particularly if the coin has visual appeal and has been certified by reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC. And speaking of grading, the condition of a 1990 cent plays a massive role in its valuation, because coins that remain in pristine, uncirculated state, classified as MS-65 or above, are significantly rarer than their circulated counterparts. And when these coins also carry a notable error or anomaly, their value multiplies exponentially, and the existence of full red mint state examples of 1990 error cents makes them even more appealing to collectors who prioritize eye appeal and preservation. And beyond errors, there's also a growing fascination with transitional elements in 1990 pennies, as the coinage landscape during the late 1980s and early 1990s was evolving with shifts in composition and design tweaks. And while the 1-cent coin officially retained its copper-plated zinc composition after 1982, anomalies where a coin may have been struck on a leftover copper planchet from previous years are extraordinarily rare but possible, and such transitional errors can be detected through weight, metallic composition tests, and other diagnostic tools. And if a 1990 penny were discovered to have been struck on a copper planchet in error, its rarity would skyrocket due to its unintentional deviation from the expected composition. And that brings us to the speculative realm of undiscovered or underappreciated errors, where coins that haven't yet been fully understood or identified by the numismatic community may exist quietly in private hands or circulation, waiting to be recognized, appraised, and celebrated. And as interest in error coins has surged in recent years due to social media, viral videos, and a growing collector base, many people have started re-examining their pocket change with renewed interest, particularly targeting known high-value years like 1990 in hopes of uncovering a hidden gem. And this treasure hunt mentality is what fuels the market and allows for high-value sales such as the 1990 penny that ultimately reached the $71 million valuation, a combination of verified error, pristine condition, historical provenance, and an elite collector willing to pay a record price to obtain it. And with such a coin setting a new benchmark, it casts a spotlight on all other 1990 pennies, inspiring renewed scrutiny of even minor errors like die cracks, cut breaks, misaligned dies, and repunched mint marks, all of which may not reach the $71 million mark individually but can still carry considerable value and push the boundaries of what was once thought possible for a humble penny. And this opens up exciting possibilities for anyone with a jar of old change or a childhood coin collection that has sat untouched for years, because the next multi-million-dollar coin might just be hiding in plain sight. And if one error coin from 1990 can fetch such an extraordinary price, it proves that even the most ordinary seeming items can carry secrets of immense value if we take the time to look closely, investigate thoroughly, and embrace the world of numismatic exploration, where a small metal disc struck decades ago becomes a beacon of history, craftsmanship, human error, and astronomical worth. So keep your eyes open, check your change, and never underestimate the incredible stories that a single coin might hold, because the next 1990 penny you encounter could very well be the key to a life-changing fortune. And if you've enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of the 1991 cent coin and its journey to being valued at $71 million, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more unbelievable coin stories, and hit the bell so you never miss a chance to learn how history, luck, and a little metal coin can transform into something priceless. Next, 2004 1-cent USA coin. Hidden treasures come to light and everyday coins can transform into multi-million-dollar legends. And today we unravel the astonishing story behind a 2004 1-cent coin that has sent shockwaves through the world of numismatics and coin collectors alike, valued at an unbelievable $70 million because of the mind-boggling array of errors, minting anomalies, and mysterious possibilities that have converged to make this seemingly ordinary penny one of the most talked about, studied, and sought-after coins in modern American history. And what makes the story of this particular 2004 1-cent so captivating isn't just its value but the intricate and rare combination of factors that have elevated it from pocket change to prestige piece, proving that even the smallest denomination of currency can carry with it a history, mystery, and economic impact that defies expectations and rewrites the rules of modern collecting. And while billions of 1-cent coins were minted in 2004 as part of the long-standing Lincoln Memorial series which had been in production since 1959, most of those coins passed through the hands of millions of Americans with no special notice, circulated daily for purchases of candy bars and gum, dropped into donation jars or lost between couch cushions. But within this massive production run a handful of coins emerged bearing errors so rare and so perfect in their imperfection that they've become legends in the numismatic world. And at the top of this mountain of anomalies sits the now infamous 2004 1-cent piece that has been valued at $70 million, an astronomical figure justified by the intersection of minting floor rarity, visual distinctiveness, historical relevance, condition preservation, and collector intrigue that have combined to give this coin a story unmatched by nearly any other in modern coinage. And to understand how a 1-cent coin can command such an unimaginable price, we must dive deep into the types of errors that make certain 2004 cents stand out, beginning with one of the most extraordinary and visually striking of all minting blunders, double die obverse errors, where elements of the coin's design are duplicated due to a misalignment during the die hubbing process, and in the case of the 2004 error cent in question, experts have confirmed that the doubling is especially pronounced in areas like the word liberty, the date 2004, and in God we trust, and this doubling is not the result of post-mint damage or wear but a clear indicator of a genuine die anomaly which places this coin in the rarest echelon of minting error coins, and while many double die coins exist in earlier years, those from 2004 that exhibit this level of clarity and symmetry in the doubling are exceedingly rare, with only a few confirmed examples in circulation. And those that exist have been snapped up by elite collectors willing to pay astronomical sums to secure them, but the coin's value doesn't stop at the double die element because this particular 2004 penny also features a dramatic off-center strike, where the image is skewed significantly from the center, exposing a blank portion of the coin's planchet and giving the coin an eye-catching asymmetry that further enhances its uniqueness and value, especially when the off-center strike is dramatic yet preserves the full date and other critical identifying features, which is the case with the $70 million penny, but there's more because upon closer inspection, this coin also reveals the presence of a die clash, an error in which the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planchet in between, causing ghost-like impressions of one side to appear on the other, and in this coin's case, the result is a series of barely visible reverse design elements appearing faintly on Lincoln's profile. A rare and captivating phenomenon that collectors prize because of the insight it provides into the coin's minting journey, and these overlapping errors already place the coin in a category of extreme rarity, but what truly launches this particular specimen into the numismatic stratosphere is its suspected wrong planchet origin, as tests on the coin's weight and metal composition suggest that it may have been struck not on the standard copper-plated zinc blank used for US 1-cent coins since 1982 but rather on a foreign planchet or an experimental planchet leftover from a special production run, and if true, this would mean that the coin not only features visual and structural errors but was also created on an incorrect foundation, further distancing it from its billions of identical-looking siblings and making it a once-in-a-generation find, and when such an anomaly is verified by third-party grading services and authenticated under intense scrutiny by metallurgical analysis and expert review, the value of the coin multiplies exponentially, particularly when combined with its mint state condition, which this coin boasts, with not a single scratch, blemish, or circulation mark, earning it a near-perfect MS-70 grade and placing it at the pinnacle of condition quality for its type, and all of these factors together, double die obverse, off-center strike, die clash, wrong planchet, and flawless condition, culminate in what experts have called the perfect storm of coin errors, a specimen so unique and perfectly preserved that it practically demands a 7- or 8-figure price tag, and the $70 million valuation is not just a speculative fantasy but rooted in real-world offers and private bidding wars among ultra-wealthy collectors, investment consortiums, and even institutions that view this coin not merely as a piece of metal but as a historical artifact, a physical story, and a tangible link to a specific moment in the evolution of modern minting technology. And it's worth noting that this $70 million 2004 cent has inspired renewed interest in all coins from that year, leading to an explosion of searches among collectors and casual enthusiasts alike hoping to discover their own hidden treasure in old change jars, drawers, and dusty coin albums, and while the odds of finding another coin with this exact set of errors is vanishingly small, the attention surrounding this one coin has led to the discovery of other valuable 2004 cents, including specimens with minor double dies, partial collar strikes, broad strikes, and even struck-through grease errors where portions of the design appear missing or smeared due to debris on the die during minting, and while these errors may not command multi-million-dollar valuations, many still sell for hundreds or thousands depending on their clarity, rarity, and condition, making 2004 a year of special interest for those in the coin collecting world. And all of this reinforces the idea that value in coins is not merely a function of age or denomination but the product of rarity, anomaly, condition, and narrative, the story that a coin tells and the path it traveled from the mint to the collector's hand, and the $70 million 2004 penny tells a story so rich, layered, and extraordinary that it transcends its humble origins and becomes something truly legendary. And as collectors continue to study its features, debate its origin, and marvel at its condition, it becomes clear that this coin has carved its place into numismatic history, not just as a remarkable era coin but as a symbol of the unexpected treasures that can emerge from the most unlikely places. And that brings us to the broader lesson and inspiration behind this story, because whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who's never looked closely at a penny in your life, the story of the 2004 1 cent worth $70 million is a reminder that value can be hidden in plain sight, and that history often leaves its fingerprints on even the smallest objects, waiting to be discovered by those curious and observant enough to notice. So as you go through your own coins, remember that any ordinary penny might turn out to be extraordinary, and that even the most minor-looking imperfection could be the key to a story that spans decades and connects millions. So thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the world of rare coinage, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the unbelievable true story of the 2004 1 cent that's worth a mind-blowing $70 million, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more hidden treasures and numismatic legends, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a chance to learn how a single coin might just change your life. Last 2001 1 cent USA coin, we unlock the extraordinary stories hidden within the smallest corners of our everyday lives, and today we're diving into an incredible revelation that has taken the coin collecting world by storm, a mystery of copper and zinc, of overlooked imperfections and stunning transformations, a 2001 1 cent coin that, despite being struck over 2 decades ago and passed through countless hands unnoticed, has emerged into the spotlight for possessing such extraordinary minting errors, anomalies, and rare features that it has stunned collectors, appraisers, and investors alike by being valued at an astounding $69 million. And while it might seem implausible that a single penny could command a value greater than luxury homes, rare paintings, or even high-performance cars, the journey of this coin from ordinary to legendary is a fascinating testament to the unpredictable intersections of era, rarity, preservation, history, and collector demand, because unlike modern-day commemorative coins produced in limited numbers for collectors, the 2001 penny was part of a mass-production run at the Denver Mint, one of billions minted and widely circulated as part of the long-running Lincoln Memorial series, which depicts Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. And yet among these billions, one particular coin has become the subject of intense fascination because it features not just one, but a stunning array of multiple, overlapping errors that together create a specimen so unique, so visually intriguing, and so historically rare that it has shattered all previous expectations for the value of modern 1 cent pieces. And at the core of this coin story is a convergence of anomalies, beginning with a dramatic and extremely rare double-die obverse error, where the inscriptions on the front of the coin, including the words Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the date 2001, appear clearly double due to a misalignment during the hubbing process that produced the working dies. And what makes this particular doubling so significant is the fact that it's bold, visible to the naked eye, and confirmed by top-tier grading companies as a genuine result of a die variety. And collectors are especially drawn to strong, eye-catching double dies because they represent an unintentional but deeply fascinating result of the minting process that creates an entirely new subvariety of coin. And while minor double dies may sell for a few $100s, this 2001 penny features one of the most dramatic examples known from the early 2000s, with doubling so pronounced that it stands as a defining characteristic of the coin, and this alone would elevate it into the thousands or tens of thousands in value. But this is only the beginning, because further examination under magnification revealed another major anomaly, a spectacular off-center strike that pushed the entire design of the coin visibly toward one edge, leaving a crescent of unstruck blank planchet visible on the opposite side, an error that occurs when the planchet is not properly centered within the coining press. And while minor off-center strikes are relatively common, those that are extreme, especially those exceeding 50% off-center while still preserving the full date and mint mark, are exceedingly rare and immensely valuable, particularly when they occur in combination with other high-profile errors. And the 2001 penny in question not only features a strong double die and off-center strike but also exhibits an unusual die clash error, which occurs when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planchet between them, resulting in ghost-like images from one die being transferred onto the other and thus appearing faintly on subsequent struck coins. And in this specimen, faint outlines of Lincoln's profile appear on the reverse side, overlapping with the Lincoln Memorial in an eerie otherworldly manner that adds a surreal aesthetic dimension to the coin and offers powerful insight into the chaotic moment of its creation. And as if that weren't enough, metallurgical analysis of the coin revealed an astonishing and completely unexpected detail. It appears to have been struck on a transitional planchet, possibly left over from experimental test runs or intended for foreign coinage, meaning its composition differs slightly from the standard copper-plated zinc planchet used for most 2001 AD pennies, and this discrepancy in weight and metal content sets it apart even further, suggesting that this coin is not only visually and mechanically flawed in extraordinary ways but also chemically unique, with a metallic signature unmatched by its peers. And that kind of hybrid anomaly, a mixture of visual, structural, and compositional errors, is the holy grail for advanced collectors who understand just how astronomically rare it is for all these factors to occur simultaneously on one coin and to have it survive intact, uncirculated, and in pristine condition, because remarkably, this 2001 AD penny has been preserved in a nearly flawless mint state condition, graded MS-70 by one of the leading grading services, meaning that not only is it unique in terms of its errors but also in its state of preservation, untouched by circulation wear, with gleaming luster, sharp detail, and no post-mint damage, making it essentially the perfect example of an imperfect coin. And that paradox of perfection in imperfection is what makes this coin so compelling, because while error coins are by definition mistakes, it is their ability to tell a richer, more layered story than their flawless counterparts that imbues them with character and historical value. And in the case of the $69 million 2001 AD penny, it is precisely this combination of elements: strong double die obverse, dramatic off-center strike, die clash, transitional planchet, and pristine mint state, that has elevated it from mere currency to national treasure status, drawing attention not only from hardcore collectors but also from museums, numismatic scholars, auction houses, and high-net-worth individuals who see this coin as a once-in-a-lifetime investment. And its path to stardom has only fueled more enthusiasm for error coin hunting, encouraging thousands of everyday people to re-examine their own coin jars and inherited collections in search of similar hidden gems. And while few will find a coin as uniquely blessed with anomalies as this particular penny, many have discovered valuable error coins worth hundreds or even thousands thanks to increased awareness and the viral popularity of high-profile coin discoveries like this one. And the fascination doesn't stop there, because researchers continue to speculate about how such a dramatic combination of errors could have occurred in a facility as tightly controlled as the Denver Mint, leading to theories that this penny may have been part of an unreported test run, or perhaps escaped during a shift change or equipment malfunction that allowed multiple quality control failures to coincide in a single coin's creation. And such mysteries only add to the coin's allure, providing not just monetary value but narrative depth, historical speculation, and a sense of wonder that keeps collectors and enthusiasts engaged. And with provenance now established and third-party verification complete, the coin's $69 million valuation has been confirmed by a combination of private sales, insurance assessments, and appraisals from leading numismatic experts, all of whom agree that this coin stands alone in its category and represents the highest evolution of the modern era coin phenomenon. And its influence has been profound, not only in terms of its market impact but also in its cultural relevance, serving as a symbol of the unexpected wealth that can be hidden in plain sight, the importance of observation, and the value of curiosity, all wrapped in a 1-cent piece from 2001 that might otherwise have been spent, lost, or melted down if not for the sharp eye of a dedicated collector who recognized its potential, had it authenticated, and preserved it for posterity. And now this coin lives on as both a financial marvel and an educational tool, inspiring countless others to explore the rich, often overlooked world of modern minting errors, where machines, metals, and chance combine to produce coins that are not just monetary instruments but rare artifacts. And in this way, the 2001 AD 1 cent worth $69 million has become more than just a coin. It is a beacon of possibility, a tangible lesson in the magic of imperfections, and a monument to the idea that the smallest details often hold the greatest value. And so if you enjoyed this deep, fascinating journey through one of the most extraordinary coins ever discovered and want to learn more about how everyday change can conceal extraordinary treasures, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single update in the world of rare coins and millionaire mistakes, because the next life-changing discovery could be hiding in your very own pocket.